What's up, guys? So, we are back into Finland, and we are back with the band Amorphis, and I'm kind of excited. As always, I've kept the integrity here, and I have not heard this song before. So, as much as it has popped up as suggested on my YouTube, I have not listened to this yet because I wanted to save it for this. So here we are. Let's look at it. Let's see how it rocks. So again, I have high expectations. So let's go. Let's see what they have. As always, I like it a lot. This is definitely an older video. You can kind of tell, one from the quality of the video, and then also they look younger, which is a pretty good indicator. But without looking at the date this was put out, it lyrically it kind of reminds me of The Bee, because when you're looking at the lyrics, it definitely sounds like this is talking about some Finnish mythology again, or folklore, whatever you want to call it, which just, it sounds so much like that. And because of that, again, I'm not going to try to interpret it, because this is one of those songs that definitely has a specific meaning to it that isn't really up for interpretation, if you will. And I would like to get into that a little bit, because as far as interpretation goes, right? So there, in paintings and photography and music, there's this thing called artist intent, and that would be the creator's intent behind a song, behind a painting, behind a movie, behind whatever it is. And that is like, there's a specific message that you're putting into this, that you're trying to convey to other people, right? And I think there are artists who specifically definitely put that intent in there, and then there are other artists whose their intent is purely that people come up with their own message, that the message is whatever you perceive as the person. And so what I'm saying there is, for example, Insomnium, Pale Morning Star is going to be interpreted how the person listening to interprets it, and it'll bring the memories back of somebody they knew in their life. It's not really a specific message from a specific person to another one. It's not a detailed story, And likewise, Nightwish's song Noise can be interpreted many different ways, and the message that comes across exactly is going to be different for different people, because people will grab in that music video and song specifically, people will gravitate towards the person or character that they identify with the most. So I think Nightwish does that a lot, where they have a message they want to get across, and when it's a general message, they do a good job of letting that generalized message go. But when it's specific, like Shoemaker, they zone in very, very, very closely to make sure that that message is not missed, as long as you know the history behind it, So in this case, with this song, it's definitely a very specific thing. It's not up for interpretation. It's this. So, and even within Amorphis, like, The Bee is a very specific song about a specific thing, but then Death of a King can be interpreted many different ways, because everyone's going to have a different journey, to the lake of death, and what it's like to meet yourself. You're going to have a different, originally it could have meant something specific, but people will look at that differently, and people will get a different message out of it than other people. It'll be more of an individualized message that people get. So this song right here, Silent Waters, is not my favorite song by them. And that's mostly because the other songs that I've heard, with the exception of House of Sleep, so Amongst the Stars, and then Death of a King and The Bee, those are my top 3 favorite songs by Amorphis, and Death of a King is definitely my favorite. So that's going to be hard to beat, but this this was a good song, but it also seemed a little bit mainstream for them. Lyrically, no, it was not mainstream, but musically, it kind of was generic. So without further ado, I will leave it at that before I get crucified for saying that a song by them was somewhat generic. But that being said, that's my opinion. This is my channel. The whole point of my channel is for me to state my opinion. So there it is. You can share your opinion in the comments below. If you don't agree with me, then okay, but keep it civil. There's no need to get angry or crazy down there. And without further ado, thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the interaction in the comments, because a lot of times it is very informative to me as to what a message is or what things look like from a different perspective, you know? So yeah, with that said, I hope you guys stay healthy and safe, and look out for other people that you can be kind to and help in this time of confusion and chaos. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.